I can't recall ever going after an individual separate and apart from their insurance coverage. Sometimes I sense that people are struggling with retaining attorney at all to represent them on a claim. Understand that the vast majority of the time there is no personal financial consequence to the individual who is at fault, who caused the harm and who caused the injury. These incidents are covered by insurance. There's nothing wrong with asserting your rights and getting a financial recovery that you're entitled to under the law. And it does not affect these people individually or their financial circumstances. And so the people's idea that somehow they're going to harm somebody by asserting their rights is simply unfounded, because the reality is that's not going to occur. And in fact, that is why we have insurance, and that's why everybody pays for insurance, to protect them in these very kinds of situations. So the only people benefiting when you don't assert a claim you have a legal right to make are the insurance companies. Insurance companies are in business to make money, and they do that by paying the least amount possible on claims. It's not uncommon for insurance companies to try to convince you that you're at fault for an accident or partially at fault for an accident, that your treatment may have been unreasonable, or that your medical expenses may have been too high, or that you're really not hurt as badly as you may think. What's driving that is their desire to pay the least amount of money possible. A lot of people think that when they file a claim or pursue a claim that they're going to end up in trial or testifying in court, and it makes them very uncomfortable or nervous. Unlike what people see on TV sometimes, the handling of a personal injury case is largely about work and presentation and documentation, and not necessarily going to court and involving a bunch of drama. You know, anywhere from 85 to 90% of the claims that I handle are resolved without the need for the filing of a lawsuit. And of those cases that get filed and those lawsuits that get filed, the vast majority of those resolve short of any kind of trial.